The Youth Connekt Gambia has impacted the lives of many young Gambians in various ways. For that reason, we are here today uh, with our authorities on the high table to close the event and also mark the starting of the um, marks the starting of various activities that the NYC, through the Ministry of Youth and Sport, want to implement with the partners in the Gambia to have a holistic approach on the implementation of the objectives of the Youth Connekt Gambia. Going through the program guide, I call on Aida Jata. Aida Jata is the appointed chairperson of the National Youth Council. Sorry. Sorry, let me acknowledge the presence of the high table. On my far left, I have KCD, Lamin KCD is a veteran youth activist who have worked with the National Youth Council and Ministry of Youth and Sports as a youth coordinator at the grassroots, and now appointed as the youth advisor to the president. Kindly join me in welcoming Lamin KCD. Next to Lamin KCD, I have the Deputy Majority Leader, Honorable Abdullahi Sisi, who is deputizing the Deputy Speaker of the National Assembly. Mr. Honorable Abdullahi, you are welcome. Next to Abdullahi, I have the UNDP resident representative, Madam Mandisa, who I will call a mother since she came to the Gambia. She has been working with passion and dedication towards the development of the young people in the Gambia. Madam, we recognize your effort. I will jump to the mayoress of Banjul, the person who never relents on her efforts in moving the agenda of the young people and the women in the Gambia. Next to mayoress, I have my own brother, the Deputy Resident Rep, UNFPA, Lamin Kamara, who also is a veteran youth activist. He once served as a board member at the National Youth Council and also lead young people in various ways towards the attainment of the success of the young people in the Gambia. Next to Lamin, I have the giant lady, who by no mistake was appointed by the Honorable Minister Youth and Sports to serve as the board chairperson of the National Youth Council of the Gambia. Next to Aida, I have the focal person, my own Raka. The person who you will wake up at 2 o'clock and see his message on either WhatsApp or email. Never relent on his effort to make sure this event is a success. I recognize the presence of our board members in the presence of Ms. Aissatou Seka, chairperson of KNYC, Ms. Aissatou Jallo, chairperson of BYC Banjul Youth Committee, Lamin Sane, chairperson of West Coast Region, and of course the other chairpersons who are absent due to circumstances beyond their control. I will also recognize the presence of the youth leaders here present, the yellow young elected councillors, of course the giant staff of NYC, who I will not underrate in any case, because they put all resources and their energies together to make sure this event is a success. On behalf of the director and on behalf of the board of NYC, I say a very big thank you for your service that you have been rendering to the young people with or without money. I would like to recognize the presence of the NOC members, who also join hand in glove with the staff of the NYC to make sure this event is a success. The media, cameramen, staff of the Kairaba Beach Hotel, and all protocols respectfully observed. International delegates, my brother Joseph and Beatrice from Liberia, you're all welcome. As today marks the end of the 3 days event of the Youth Connect, we can gladly say that our heads are up with the support of the partners, the UNDP, the UNFPA, ICT, Gambia, the Ministry of Youth and Sports, Honorable, you are here. We went to his office at a very dying time, 3 days before the event, and he was able to provide us with funds without no hesitation. Thank you, Honorable. I now call on Ida Jaka, Chairperson of the National Youth Council, to give a solidarity statement. You're welcome, Ida.
Thank you, my sister Mary. I guess my text this evening or this afternoon is quite a simple one and an easy one. That being the case, I will keep it short. The high table, if you'll excuse me to overlook the protocols, since my sister has done justice to that. Indeed, I am very glad and proud to stand in this occasion to show solidarity, commitment, and also acknowledge the efforts that we have put together for us to be in this hall today. Mary did mention how the NOC, together with the office, and of course, not in the absence of our development partners, have made this event a successful one. During these 3 days, I've seen resilience, commitment, and overall determination and hunger for success. This is so because bringing young people together for this number of days, getting them committed. In fact, even though we shortfall of the time management a little bit, but I can say this was a success in the sense that we were able to keep young people in the same place from 8 a.m. or 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., which is very rare to see in many activities. Most of the time, when people are tired, within 3-4 hours, they will start marching out. But I've seen that commitment in this hall. And I hope and wish it will not stop after this event. The idea of Youth Connect is to connect, network, and also make sure that whatever networks that we have built here, whatever ideas that we got from this session, we will be able to make them into practical actions. Because we always say that now we want to move away from just talking to commitments that is backed with action. And I hope when we come back in this same hall or in a different venue next year, we will be proud to say we have achieved A, B to Z successes due to the Youth Connect 203. 103 or 1330. Yes, 30. And I hope from the pictures, they said they were pictures, right? From the moderators that we saw here, I hope a lot of us were motivated. Some of us have started building that entrepreneurial mindset that we can venture in a lot of activities that will pay dividend. It doesn't have to be advocacy as usual, where we just go to communities and talk and shout and then sit, but it will be backed with realistic solutions to the achievement of SDGs that we've been discussing here for the past days. And of course, I wish to sincerely use this opportunity to acknowledge the commitment, the dedication of NYC staff. I wouldn't do justice if I end this statement without singling them out with the leadership of yes or no. I know yes or no might be like when you stand on your decision that it has to be a yes or a no, then you, because you want to make sure that things happen the way they should. And of course, the leadership of NYC, the Ministry of Youth and Sports, through our Honorable Minister, for giving us that ideal environment to implement such an initiative and through the support of our partners. And I hope from here, our Youth Connect impact will be visible in our day-to-day activities, in the policies and programs of our organizations, or our different regional youth committees, our district youth committees. I hope it will not just be a 3 days where we said food is not enough, right? But we were able to do a lot of things. Okay, I think, I will say a very big thank you again. But before that, can we do a special clap for all the stakeholders involved in the Youth Connect from the office? No, wait. We have to go like this, huh? A big clap, a bigger one, another bigger one. Thank you.
Thank you, Aida Jata, for those words of wisdom. I think the Honorable Minister did not make any mistake in identifying her as the chairperson of the National Youth Council. Aida is a veteran youth activist. She rose through the ranks to become where she is today. She is a peace advocate and a women empowerment activist. So Aida, thank you very much for your leadership and guidance. We are proud of you. Someone reminded me. Okay. I thought they also part of the young people, so I did not want to separate their greetings. But notwithstanding, they have reminded me the members of the GFD. I would also like to acknowledge your presence. I can see one of their directors here, Lamin and Adama, the Iron Lady. On behalf of the National Youth Council Board and on behalf of the director, I said a big thank you to all of you for coming. Moving on the agenda, I call on the UNFPA Deputy Resident Representative, Mr. Lamin Kamara, to give a statement.
Thank you very much, my dear sister Mary, Honorable Minister of Youth and Sports, the Lord Mayoress of Banjo, the Deputy Majority Leader, am I correct? Deputizing for the Deputy Speaker, the advisor to the President, advisor to the President, the representative of UNDP in the Gambia, either the chairperson of the Youth Council, but still the strong person behind the Youth Connect, distinguished delegates from our sister country of Liberia, all other protocols respectfully observed, distinguished participants, good afternoon to you all. This is actually the closing of the Youth Connect 3.0, but it's also the beginning of a journey for a lot of you. Out of so many, you are chosen. And it's for a good reason that out of over 1,000 applications, out of 60% of young people, of the population who are young, you are here representing your constituency. And it's the largest constituency in the Gambia, that is young people. So having this closure means the beginning of a journey to go back to your constituency and report back on what we have finalized here. And in this case, reporting back does not mean going and saying this is what has happened, but it's to ensure that we're able to translate the recommendations into concrete action. This afternoon or earlier this morning, I was here when the preaching was taking place. I sat through the entire preaching process and I realized that young people have fire in them. And when I say young people, I mean all and every one of you. There is a fire burning in each of you. And I think it's important to really harness that fire to be able to make a meaningful difference in our country. As the saying goes, ask not what your country can do for you, but what can you do for your country. We have seen the wonderful young women and men who have pitched innovative ideas, some of which have already taken off, and all they need is the support that is required to take them to scale. But there are so many other young people out there with the same ambition who can make a difference in their communities. Identify those young people, come together, form cooperatives, support them to change the lives of so many young people. Jokingly, when there was a lunch break, I was having a conversation with some young people, and I was telling them, I'm going via the back way to Europe. And it was a joke, but for so many young people, that can never be a joke, because that's the decision that they have made, and it's very difficult for any one of us to change that. How can we change that is to ensure that we're able to create a platform for them to realize their true potential and excel in this country. I always say that this country is blessed with a lot of resources. It might not be natural resources yet, but the human potentials that we have, if we're able to harness it, it will lead to meaningful growth for our country, for our economy. So much so that we will all be able to thrive in this country. But for that to happen, we need to really understand our powers as young people, our potential as change makers to be able to really make those differences. As we speak, so many young people are going through violence of different kinds, sexual and gender-based violence, economic downturn is affecting some of their livelihood. We have a lot of young people that are going through child marriage as we speak. We have a lot of young people that are going through female genital mutilation. But we also have a lot of young people who do not necessarily have access to services and information that will help them to make informed choices and decisions. And we are talking about that population that is more than 60% of our population. So if those young people do not have the tools or the required services and information to make informed choices and decisions, that reflects on what our future is going to be. I said it last week or the week before when we had the youth consultation. Young people are half of today, but almost certainly all of tomorrow. And like we say, you are the emerging leaders. And most of you have demonstrated that in various ways and more. Typical example is somebody like Basiru, and over 200 of you out here who are community leaders, change makers in your own environment. Now, the plans that we have is to ensure that as the change makers we go out, and usually what I say is, those of us in the room are the usual suspects. But there are so many young people out there who do not have the privileges that we have. How do we ensure that we go back and be the foot soldiers and ensure that we're able to build the capacities in our communities? One community after the other, then we will make a meaningful difference. This country is very small. If we task ourselves to change this country positively, I bet we will be able to do that. And when young people say they can do it, they can definitely do it. Talking from the perspective of UNFPA, and I guess I can say this on behalf of the UN agencies, the outcome of this convergence, this 3-day convergence, is very critical. And we look forward to receiving the outcome document that will challenge us to streamline our programming based on the recommendations that are coming from the various discussions that have taken place. And I think the chairperson has asked you and challenged you that come Youth Connekt 4.0, we should be able to point at tangible things that we have made in our communities. Unless and until we are able to do that, it's just going to be a talking shop. And I don't think that's the desire for any one of us. So I'm going to challenge you to challenge us, especially UNFPA and our sister agencies, to say, this is the outcome document for Youth Connekt. These are the areas that we have outlined to ensure your support to young people is realized to be able to harness the demographic dividend that we have. We have the Youth Board. It is an opportunity to be able to capitalize on that. And I know you have been sitting for a long time. It's a little bit late for quite a number of us. And I would like to conclude by saying that we count on you, young people. This nation looks forward to you taking your leadership responsibilities, not tomorrow, but today. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Lamin Camara, Deputy Resident Representative, UNFPA. He is also a product of University of Youth Work. So you can see the person in him. Whenever he speaks, you think there is more coming, and that is exactly what he does. He is full of energy and passion. I cannot, due to the fact that we have spent a lot of time, especially the high table waiting at the VIP lunch, I will not summarize what he said, but to remind the participants that he have made mention of us after this event. Immediately we leave this hall, we start thinking of how to implement the resolutions of this 0.3 Youth Connekt. Youth Connekt is a collective responsibility. It cannot be done in the absence of the young people. And since day one, I think all of them have alluded to that. So I think the whole thing surrounding the issue is for young people to move from commitment to action. Thank you very much, Lamin. On the agenda, I have Honorable Minister, but as I said earlier, she is someone, even without invitation, when you call her to say, Mayor, we have an event for the young people, she will be present. So she was not part of the speakers, but she has crossed underneath and said she wants to say something. Thank you, Mayor, for your passion and dedication. I welcome you to say a few words of wisdom to the young people of the country. But you know she cannot summarize. I'm giving her 3 minutes. Thank you.
I don't think I have much to say. Mary did not do justice with me because you stand here openly and say, democracy. Yes, democracy. I'll accept it. All protocols respectfully observed, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls here present. Just again, this is an opportunity for me to stand here and say, I am super proud of all of you. You know, this is what I always say. My strength is the youth. And to be quite honest, I love each and every one of you the way you love me. And this is no joke. And the good thing about it is, most of you here, I can relate to you. It's either I recognize you or I have something personal to do with you. So I want to take this opportunity on behalf of Rafaela, and all of you knows Rafaela. And most of you has something to do with Rafaela. And I am proud to say that a product of Rafaela, is my very own son here, Basiru J. And here, you have the Esotijanos, you have Sirinjan, and each and every youth from Banjul, and indeed, Jara. I'm so grateful to be here. The most important thing now is to make sure that the resolutions are put into action. And I want to task the National Youth Council to call the resolution in action. Lamin Kamara said it all. They are open to make sure that they action the resolution itself. So your task now is to push and push harder. As an ambassador of the SDGs, I'm more than happy to know that the SDGs were part and parcel of this convention. I regret not being here yesterday or day before yesterday, but I'm sure all of you understand that I was not in town. And again, to come and class for 3 days is too much. So this is why I was observing from the window, looking and said, they cannot close this without me coming. And I am here, happily joining my dear sister, who I welcome in totality in the Gambia and Banjul, and we're expecting that she will meet the expectation of our youths. I heard about her in Kenya from her very own friends, and I can tell you in confidence, should I say it? Expect a lot from me and DP, I can tell you. Yes. Yes. So having my own son to be at the background and being so proud of you, the youth of Banjul, the youth of the Gambia. You know, sometimes I sit down and said, and I said this to Basiru on so many times, next year I am going to be a participant, because to be quite honest, I miss it 30, 40 years ago. So whether you like it or not, it is called Youth Connekt, and I am going to be a participant next year. Salam.
Thank you very much, Your Lordship, Mayor Rahimali Guru. So I did not to go on your see mention. You can see the energy in her. She is a youth mama, and next year she is going to apply like you apply through the application process, and she will be a participant. So she will no more class, she will be in the middle of the discussion. Thank you very much. Yes. On the program guide, I have the UNDP resident representative, Manisa, who I want us to rename and give her a Gambian name. And my name is Mary. She is Manisa. She is closer to Mary than any other name. So welcome, madam.
Honorable Minister of Youth and Sports, I am going to have to break protocol with sincere apologies. To first of all say, distinguished, amazing, dynamic, energetic participants and youth of the Gambia. we honor you for putting this together for all of us, because your presence and your energy is truly what has made these past 3 days possible. So now let me do the proper thing before I get fired in my first month. Honorable Minister of Youth and Sports, Lord Mayor of Banjul, the Deputy Majority Speaker of the National Parliament, Presidential Advisor on Youth, my dear colleagues from the UN, Madam Aida, Mr. Yes or No? Thank you very much, and also saying members of the media team that has worked to put this gathering together. Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. I wanted to say that it's very, very humbling to be here in the Gambia when you realize that the vision that Rwanda had in setting up the Youth Connekt and coming together with UNDP, that we would have the Gambia as one of the 6 pioneer countries. So a big congratulations for that and making sure that we're leading the way. I think it's also very important to acknowledge that with this Youth Connekt 3.0, we actually are taking it to another level, because I've seen that our youngest participant here could actually be about 6 months old, no? So we are taking this to another. So I think when we're saying leave no one behind, the youth of the Gambia are definitely doing that, to make sure that we're working across all of the 7 regions, making sure that even when we talk about youth, as much as they are the largest demographic in the country, youth is not a homogeneous entity within this country. And we're recognizing that there has to be a true commitment if we want to make sure that we're supporting the socio-economic development of this country. Our resident coordinator at the opening ceremony said, let your voices be heard and make sure you scream from the highest levels if we have to, because this is not just the moment of the youth, it is the movement of the youth. And you are certainly the ones that are going to make things happen. We have witnessed remarkable energy, creativity, and passion throughout these past few days, reflecting the boundless potential and energy of you young people of the Gambia. The exchange of ideas, collaboration, and the stories shared have all enriched our understanding, not only of the challenges that youth are facing, but most importantly, the opportunities. We have our dear colleagues here from Liberia, who are able to also learn and engage with all of you. And part of their engagement has been to say, we're going to go back and report to the other youth in our country to learn from what you're doing here. We had the benefit of the co-chair, the Minister of Youth of Rwanda, opening this auspicious gathering and giving you the best wishes from the President of Rwanda and the whole Youth Connekt team from Africa. Our own Ahuna, the regional advisor for UNDP, who's also a co-chair of Youth Connekt Africa, apparently had made a commitment. And we noted the wonderful performance that the Bright Stars had for the opening ceremony. And I think it behooves us. I'm actually looking at Lamine because we have to gather up our little pennies to make sure that Bright Star is going to Youth Connekt Africa to also represent you, because I think they have such strong and wonderful messages on the SDGs and how we can all make a difference. The most amazing group indeed. I think there were a wide range of topics and issues discussed, not only in the breakout sessions, but do you know that there are very, very few countries in the world where you can have 6 ministers sitting on a panel and being grilled by the youth of their nation. Do you know that? It happened in Gambia. So above and beyond our collective commitment and action, I think one of the things that we need to make sure that we're doing is even changing the narrative. My colleague Lamine said you're talking about this huge demographic that has the greatest impact in this country. So what can you do with that power? Make sure that you truly are the change agents that hold everyone to account so that we leave no one behind and work towards the SDGs, Agenda 2063, and for peace and prosperity in the Gambia. As I conclude, I really want to commend the National Youth Council and all of your work. Even the focal points for Youth Connekt Gambia, working very closely with the Ministry of Youth and Sports, and also working to bring the collective together. For us as development partners, I think we've all had a very interactive session in the development of the National Development Plan, and we reaffirm our commitment to support that in terms of enhancing the creativity, innovation, and room for you to lead as you move forward. Last but not least, I'd like to say, let us all go here to make sure that we make a difference. If you can list to yourself the 3 things that you will do in the next 30 days to make sure that you're taking action after the 3 days here, that would be very important. And I think, as Ida said, it's not only just the whole of society approach that we need to monitor collectively, but also even at the individual level, if we set our own goals and make sure that we're looking at what to do. So with that, I'd like to say thank you very much. UNDP and indeed the UN family does remain committed to support you. I hope the delegation that goes to Nairobi will be strong. I was part of the team planning for Youth Connekt 2023 in Nairobi, so I hope we can go there all strong and showing what the Gambia brings to the table for all of the youth across the continent. With that, I would like to say in very depth, Abaraka.
Thank you very much, Madam Anissa. She has attested to it that she should be given a Gambian name. With the few times she spent in the Gambia, she is able to greet you in the local language. Thank you very much. Like I said earlier, I will not bore you in summarizing on what they say, but I just want to remind you of a phrase she just mentioned during her statement. She said, each one of us should list down 3 things as an action point within the next 30 days as an agenda that you want to implement from the 0.3 Youth Connekt 2023. On that note, I want to call on Omar Champion Cham to give us an interlude. Omar Champion Cham, are you in the building?
Are you in the building? You know, Youth Connekt dafa war di am te mu ngi am. ñu ne lu war a am jarul wax bu bari na am mu am si amin boo xam ne ñëppay bëgg muy bugg di am ndegam daan na am te mu ngi am bu soobee yàlla dina continuer di am. muy am mooy xam ne day ànd ak am ak xam-xam. xam-xam buy roose suñu xalaat ak lu ñu war a jëfee ko defee mu saf da romb zam-zam kon Mère Kumba Youth Connect amatina Mère Kumba sa doomi dajee ci ngeen mare defee ko xawatina suma cikkundiku Mère Kumba ma ne ko jàngkat yaa ngi jàng lekkkat yaa ngi lekk woykat yaa ngi woy picca yaa ngi picc kon mbir mi xumati na Mère Kumba sa doom ega resté pour def poétrie dara defaat jaloore ma def pareeti na Mère Kumba Youth Connect moo gën a saf kaani gën a xew suus moo tax ñu ne ko regin tëj regin tëj gin tëj gin tëj alright boobu cabaxal la nii rek ya so special greetings to all the members of the high table those without table and even the side table. I'm so happy to be here. You know, it's quite funny how to address me sometimes. You know, Honorable Speaker, our champion Jam. Today I'm our champion Jam. Yes, I want to appeal to our mommy, the mommy of all the young people in this country. I heard that the selection committee this year were very tough. So next year in the application, write a lot in your application. We'll be very honored to be. I heard the selection committee are very wicked people, and some of them are sitting here. Who? Mère Kumba, don't have no problem. Yes, I will move on to this poem. It's called Feminine Pride. And I don't know, I didn't know want to thank the minister, but somehow, small good. Honorable Minister is an amazing minister that we have. Like I said at the beginning, so whatever it is, when we're in the same platform, I find it difficult to not say something about him because he's been amazing. He's by far the most accessible minister that we've ever had. And you know, for young people to partake, you have to be accessible, isn't it? Wonderful. And I'm surprised how much Mandisa has adapted to the Gambia. It looks like she's been here for 4 years. Congratulations, Your Excellency. We're glad to have you on board. And of course, everyone that is on the high table, the mom of all youths, you know, the best mayor Banjo has ever seen, you know. Uncle Lem has been a mentor, you know, almost every young person in the party, you know. Lamin Kesedi, who I've personally been disturbing a lot over the past days to do certain things. Please, Kesedi, make sure it's done. And our chairperson and my very good brother, we're like, you know, fam, I'm proud of you, man.
Yes or no?
Yes. You know, Tai Borong Jamarla, so I'm not going. So if you are a woman and you believe in your values, raise your hand. Mommy, if you are a man and you believe in the importance of women, raise your hand. Wonderful. Good. So this is called Feminine Pride. It is an advocacy piece. The girls are, you know, mommy wants to apply for the next year, so she's the guy. So the girls are part of it. So this piece is to remind people of how important women are on a daily basis. And I always, please take along the words. Are you ready?
Yeah.
We go. I've been given a lot to live for, little to smile for, and much more to die for. But among all these reside the pain of women in hidden truths, a sadness to cry for. The world's most precious gift kept in the corners of society's carpentry, built in abuse and stereotypes to the highest degree. The rich start tightly, they can't fly free. Their bones cross wrongly, blind enough to see, but I've come with a revelation to save a generation. So listen to me attentively. The dawn of the night has finally arrived. To break the barriers barring the progress of our women, to the power of we men of construction of the wrong vandalization of the vandalites. The abuses of rights we penalize, the hidden criminals we televise on the screens of shame, and globalize the movement to protect our women. In mercy without worry, in empathy without pity. I have spent decades in the dark, confused of how I should love you and what I should love in you. And if I do not get the love in return, what I should then do? If I should fancy the pretty face or the beautiful body, the power of motherhood or the cradle you kept me, the way you raise my kids and how that makes me happy, the corners of my bed and how I strip off your bikini, the skills of cooking in the kitchen and the mispalatability, but believe me, that is where we got it all wrong. For I should not love you for any of these. I should love you simply because you are a woman. For I felt your tears burn faster than the Amazon fire. I felt your pain more worrying than the xenophobia of how you've been reduced into a reservoir of rape and sex slave, a victim of gender-based violence, sexual violence, early marriage, female genital mutilation, discrimination, and anytime you want to speak up, they want to shut you down and to give a narration. But woman, speak up and speak aloud. Unveil the pain and let them out. You're not a slave of anyone, not men, not women, not those that bleed, not those that doubt. Don't let them bleed their curse on you. You're not responsible for their emotional drought. You're bold and you're strong. If you're the victim, you're not wrong. You're beautiful and pretty. I will repeat this for quite so long, then place you in the highest ranks of heaven, for that is where you belong. For if you are a woman, you are naturally a conqueror and a quencher of anger. If you are a woman, you are a noble source of inspiration and an indefatigable source of power. If you are a woman, you are a twin of light, a glimmer of souls and a heart healer. If you are a woman, you are a temple of love, a mind polisher and heart furnisher. If you are a woman, you are the brightest beings that could ever visit the face of the earth. Beautiful and pretty internally and externally. The possessors of our dreams and the custodians of our future. The symbols of hope. The sparkles of the early morning moon. The human angels sent from heaven. The drivers of success where no wings exist. The barracks built for our protection from hate, depression, and frustration. So if these descriptions are droplets of your manifestations, I am ready to build you a wall of walls around you for your glinting smiles and magnetic textures. So today we are united as men to protect you. Today we have come together to show you that we are not rivals but partners in development, to cherish your flourishing, to promote your values, but to protect you. Because you're the best seed that gives the best of fruits to life. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Omar Champion Cham. He's also the Speaker of the Youth Parliament of the Gambia. I could remember a few years ago when the youth envoy, Jadma, wanted to come to the Gambia for an official visit. Myself here and my brother Lamin Kamara at the UNFPA had a meeting at the UNFPA and said, what should we do? We said we were going to organize a cocktail dinner. And part of the cocktail dinner, we wanted her to know about our culture. We were debating and something came to our minds. We said, let's give her a present that she will never forget. and we thought we should give her something that is connected to our culture. So my brother Lamin said, I could remember at this Saho from TYW, said, let's give her a calabash. During the brainstorming session, we also said, let's add cowries, petal to the calabash. And I said, let's invite Omar Champion Cham to tell her the history of the cowries in Africa. And this is just to tell you how smart and intelligent she is with everything that she does it with passion. They said, Mary, you should call him. I said, yes. When I went out and called him, I did not even finish what I was saying. He said, Auntie Mary, you know what I'm about? I am coming. I said, no, you should not come to the meeting. Just go and research about the history of the cowries. During the event, you will tell us. He called back and said, I'll also add Cora. Whilst I am talking, and the Cora also will be playing. I said, go ahead. And that event was one of the best events that we had ever organized. Thank you so much. I now call on the chief judge or the moderator of the pitching competition in the persons of Baba Sise and Mohamed Koga to come and facilitate the award ceremony. You are highly welcome.
Thank you very much, Madam Mary. I want to take this opportunity to also remind every one of you here that we want to thank United Nations, the Ministry of Youth and Sport, and of course, NEDI, RICA, UNFPA, UNESCO, UNICEF, GCCI, and UNDP for their support. Please, a round of applause for them. Of course, like he says, the moment, the team said it all, moment for the youth, action for more socio-economic development. And now we are at the moment to also announce the winners. But before that, of course, the Chief Judge will do that. We have certificates to give out. And I would like to call the Chairperson, Madam Jata, to come forward, please. Okay, so we have some certificates here. I would like to call Khadija Tuba. Khadija Tuba, are you here? Please, a round of applause. Thank you so much, Khadija Tuba. Let's have Maria Manjai. Maria Manjai. A round of applause for her, please. Our people, millionaires. We're so proud of you. Let's have Mohamed El Toure. Mohamed, thank you so much. Let's have Dembo Keta. It's a pleasure to call. Thank you very much. Madam Jata, it's a pleasure. also have Lamin Kesedi. Lamin Kesedi, Deputy Youth Advisor, Office of the President. Please, a round of applause for him. Let's have Aissatou A. Baji. Aissatou A. Baji. Yes. Thank you very much, Aissatou. Senabu M. Sonko. A round of applause, please. Thank you so much, Lana Kesedi. And of course, I would like to invite Mayors, Lord Mayors, Banjul, Rohi Maliklo. Welcome. So we have to also give our certificate, huh? Please, a round of applause for our Lord Mayors, Rohi Maliklo. Let's have Ibrahim Asise. Ibrahim, welcome. Make sure you buy the bicycle, right? Yeah. Thank you very much, Ibrahim. A round of applause, please. Let's have Aja Sire Ture. Aja, thank you so much. And of course, last but not the least, we have a round of applause, please. Let's have Madam Aida Fall. And now, ladies and gentlemen, now it's a pleasure to call the Chief Judge, and you know what that means, to come and give us the results. Oh, we should have the mayor's certificate, huh? Youth Connekt, where is the certificate? Where's Basiru? No, next year, we'll give you a certificate. Please, a round of applause for her, please. Now, we are about to announce the moment itself. Of course, we have the Chief Judge, Mr. Mohammed Koka. Welcome, Mr. Mohammed Koka, to give us the winner.
Special greetings to the members of the High Table. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening once again. As Chief Judge of the just concluded fishing competition, obviously it is incumbent upon us to announce the final results of the winners. As far as I'm concerned, everybody is a winner, right? So let's give them all a round of applause for being bold enough to come before us and present their innovative businesses. So thank you to all the fishers, and equally the audience for maintaining absolute decorum throughout the fishing competition. Thank you all. So first off, I would like to give you a rundown of some of the criteria we were looking at, so everybody could understand how we unanimously agreed as judges. I am actually the Chief Judge, but doesn't mean that I have like a higher say when it comes to the final edition. We all unanimously agreed as a team and decided on who are going to be the winners. So first off, we looked at the information that is the problem statement of each feature. We also looked at the solutions, that is, some of the things that they come up with to actually solve the problem that have been stated. We also looked at their value proposition and what makes them different and unique from their competitors. We equally look at the pricing model of their product as well as the business model. We equally ensured that their social impact was also emphasized. We looked at the leadership team and background, and those are basically centered on the product or service that which they were offering, as in what they presented. So we also looked at the pitch and delivery, which includes how they spoke, whether they told a story, and whether they provided examples, and also how they were able to relate to the audience. We also looked at those that were very enthusiastic, passionate about the idea with full energy. So overall, we looked at very well innovative businesses, but also those that were able to present their businesses clearly to the judges and before all of you. So ladies and gentlemen, this is the moment that we all have been waiting for. How many of you want to hear the results? Let me hear you say, hey! I'm not hearing you. All right. So, should I start with the winner or should I start with the second round? I'm not hearing you. Second round. Yeah. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, the second runner-up of this year's third edition of the Youth Connect Fishing Competition is. You see the way they are looking at me. Allah shukune, mune na fahe mune ka jigen rek. All right. So the second runner-up of this year's third edition goes to Ibrahim Sise. I would like to call on the Deputy National Representative of the UNFPA, Mr. Alan Kamara, to please present this award to the RCC, founder of the Brooklyn Electronics. Can we give him a round of applause, please? Congratulations, Ibrahim Sise, for the wonderful presentation. The pressure is getting. All right. The first round, ladies and gentlemen, the first runner-up for this year's third edition of the Youth Connect 2023 is the first runner-up goes to Aja Studio. Congratulations, Aja. Let's give you a round of applause for presenting an amazing and innovative business. And I would like to call on the UNDP resident representative, Madam Madisa, to humbly present the award to Aja Studio.
Congratulations. Can we give her a round of applause, please? She's the founder of the Models Gallery. It's a fashion business that deals with modest outfits. So please, you can call her, connect with her, and grab your abayas and all the products that she provides. Congratulations, let's go. Aja, 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 Aja. Thank you very much, thank you very much. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Hello? Can we have a moment of silence, please? This award is going to wow everyone. The winner. Hello? I'm not going to announce the winner if you guys keep talking. Are we ready? Yes. The winner of this Youth Connekt edition goes to. Goes to. Goes to. Please stand up. Please stand up. The winner. Hello, hello. Calm down, please. Calm down. The pleasure is getting. So please calm down. Huh? I will say the winner of this, please, when I say the winner, please, everybody, I want you to shout. Huh? Let's hear him or her. Huh? Are you ready? The winner of this year's Youth Connekt edition goes to You did an amazing presentation. A very innovative business. It's actually an automotive industry company that provides future services for every citizen that has a car in the Gambia. Ladies and gentlemen, can we please give her another round of applause? I would like to call on our Honorable Minister of Youth and Sport, Mr. Bakari Baji, to please present the award for the winner. Let's go, guys. Aida, 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 Aida. Congratulations. All right, thank you very much. Thank you very much. All right, so I just want to say a few things. I want to congratulate all the contestants for presenting innovative businesses. However, it was pretty much very tough for us as judges to decide who the winners were going to be. But alhamdulillah, we were able to unanimously agree that these three before you are the winners of this year's Youth Connekt edition. So the rest of the contestants, there are more opportunities coming up. You're all winners, and I'm sure that if you continue to follow your passion, obviously you will thrive to the highest of heights. So ladies and gentlemen, I want to say thank you very much for your attention.
Baba for presiding over the awarding ceremony of Youth Connect 0.3. I'm emotional in a sense. Hello? I once attended a meeting on irregular migration where one of the top brass of the Gambia said, young people of the Gambia are lazy, and I felt offended. And I responded, I said to him, and he said, they all utal, just utaling, they don't have aims. I said to him, the people who are utaling are less than the people who are utaling. The people who are not utaling are more than the people who are utaling. So, this is a manifestation that young people of the Gambia are in the forefront of development. Under the leadership of Honorable Bakari Badi, and on behalf of the board of council members of the NYC, the executive director of the NYC, Mr. Alaji Jaju, who is absent on other official missions. On behalf of the staff of the NYC, I said a big congratulations to the winners. Like Mohamed Kokas mentioned, all of you are winners. You are not losers for the fact that you have taken the bold step to compete among the young people and have become one of the leaders. It's a courage and it's a move in the right direction. Congratulations to all of you. I now call on the Deputy Majority Leader to give us a statement, and then Basiru J, as the focal person of the Youth Connect at the National Youth Council, to give the vote of thanks, and then the Honorable Minister. Honorable Abdullah Sise, you are welcome.
Members of the Connekt Gambia, distinguished personalities, all participants here present, all protocols respectfully observed. I am stepping in on behalf of the Deputy Speaker of the National Assembly to give his words on behalf of the Deputy Speaker. On behalf of the leadership of the National Assembly of the Republic of Gambia, on my own behalf, I wish to congratulate leadership and management of the National Youth Council and all other partners who have contributed in the organization of the Youth Connekt Gambia for 3.0. By extension, I also thank the participants who attended the Youth Connect for 3.0. And of this forum, in which relevant strategies, policies, issues have been discussed, and resolutions and recommendations for the attention of the government of the Republic of Gambia has been put to. Throughout this event, you have discussed various ideas and initiatives that can boost socio-economic development, the person and determination in which of you to make positive impact in your communities is truly inspiring and encouraging. There are, however, very important two topics discussed during this session. Key among them includes encouraging dialogue with government and partners as a way forward in advancing investment for youth, support and strengthen the youth network and actively participate in the implementation of the blueprint of the government of the Gambia, that is the National Development Plan 2021-2026, the National Youth Policy as well of 2019 to 2028, the AU Agenda 2063, and the United Nations Sustainable Development Goal has increased to few. Inspire and consolidate support for Youth Connekt activities in the Gambia. Remember that change starts with us. The youth, it is essential to take action to build upon the knowledge and connections gained here and to translate them into tangible results. Each one of you has a role to play in creating a more prosperous and equitable society. I therefore encourage you to stay connected, collaborate with like-minded individuals, and leverage the resources available to you. Embrace innovation, think outside the box, and never underestimate the impact of what you can do. The moment for youth is now. Let us seize it with unwavering determination, unity, and a relentless pursuit of socio-economic development. Together, we can build a prosperous future where every person has equal opportunities to thrive. It is hoped that lessons learned from this forum will enhance the skills of the members of the network and indeed further improve the functions and service delivery of Youth Connekt Gambia. I will thus commend the executive of the network and all members to practice the resolution of this forum for the well-being of the youth. Finally, the National Assembly, as the representative of the people, promise all of you the support and collaboration of the network. Once again, I thank you for your compliment and successful summit of Youth Connekt Gambia and making lasting change in our society because we need it. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Honorable Ablai Sise, Deputy Majority Leader at the National Assembly, for those words of wisdom. We deliberately invite them to give a statement because we think they are our partners. And yes, they are our partners. For the fact that young people are in the forefront of the development of the Gambia, we are seeing them now vying for positions, and we will continue to support the agenda of the young people who want to venture into politics. Thank you very much. I will now want to invite Basil J, focal person of Youth Connekt at the National Youth Council, to do the vote of thanks. But before that, I will want to beg that you keep the room silent so we can fast track the opening ceremony. We are at the far end of it. I am seeing that most of you are losing interest. So I'm begging for us to at least keep the room calm and listen to the people talking. Thank you.
Right. Yes or no? Okay, so before beginning my vote of thanks, I would like to recognize the efforts of two people who are tremendously celebrating young people who are doing extremely well. So I would like Ajun Dube to stand up and give a round of applause to the work she's doing. Actually, she has a photo exhibition, and I know most of the young people are celebrating. So come November 11 and then support her. Yeah. So the other person is Abdul Karim, who they are behind digital management of the summit. That is, you see the scanning and then the database management. So we thank Connekt. Thank you so much. Mr. Senika, the Deputy Youth Advisor, Office of the President, Deputy Majority Leader, Madam Manisa, my own boss, Honorable Minister, my lovely mom. I would like to confess something. The Fokot travel lovely, just because of the Youth Connect actually. So, one thing, the airport will must have a call, when I'm can I do just a dollar? So the must have enough just for the event. And thank you, Mom, for everything. Uncle Lef, who is an inspiration to the young people, actually, he inspired many people. Our own chairperson, Madam Aida Jata, and respective chairpersons who are here, Lamin, Aisatu, and my sister also, Aisatu of KMYC. So thank everyone, and our international delegation, Liberia, Joseph, Beatrice, thank you, and our young councillors. Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed guests, and the vibrant youth of our nation. Today, as the focal point of Youth Connekt Gambia, I am honored and humbled to stand before you to deliver the vote of thanks for this mega event, Youth Connekt Gambia Summit 3.0. This event has been a proof of boundless potentials of our youth and the power of collaboration among all stakeholders. It has not been easy, right? But Alhamdulillah. Thank you, Allah, for everything. And I will say, no force on the face of the earth can stop an idea whose time has come. First and foremost, I extend our deepest gratitude to all the young participants who have brought their energy, ideas, and enthusiasm to this summit. You are the heart and soul of this gathering, and your active participation has made it a resounding success. Thank you so much. I would love to express our sincere appreciation to our distinguished guests, speakers, and panelists who have generously shared their knowledge, experiences, and insight with us. Your guidance and wisdom has provided invaluable inspiration to our youth. A special word of thanks goes to our partners, the UNDP, UNFPA, RICA, UNESCO, GCCI, NEDI, and our own Ministry of Youth and Sport. Actually, we really thank under the leadership of Honorable Bakari Baye. He's someone that inspires many. I know I usually disturb you a lot. At 1 a.m. I will call, he pick, and then we talk. Thank you so much for being accessible to the young people. Youth Connekt Summit has been showcasing the power of collaboration, innovation, and the indomitable spirit of our youth. It has been a platform for us to discuss critical issues, share ideas, and forge connections that will undoubtedly lead to meaningful change of our society. And one of the testament is, it is history. It has never happened. Having 7 ministers, the UNDP resident representative has said it. It is the first time young people having interface with their ministers and without no censorship. Thank you so much. It was coordinated through the Minister of Youth and Sport. Your support has been driving behind this remarkable event, and we are immensely grateful for your commitment to our cause. I must also recognize the incredible effort of the National Youth Council Secretariat with its council members, and the National Organizing Committee, who have worked tirelessly to ensure that every aspect of this summit runs smoothly. Your dedication and passion for empowering our youth are truly commendable. As we depart from this summit, let us carry forward the knowledge and inspiration and shared sense of purpose we have gained here. Let us continue to work together. That's the main idea of the Youth Connect, connecting young people to opportunities. And we are glad that today marks the investment of over $1 million to the young people entrepreneurs. In conclusion, I want to reiterate our gratitude to each and every one of you for your tireless effort, commitment to the Gambia. Together we can unlock the full potential of our young generation and our country to new heights and prosperity and progress. As the Gambia anticipates to host the Youth Connect Sahel Summit here in 2024, wherein all the 10 Sahelian governments, young entrepreneurs, and young leaders will converge to address matters in the Sahel. We urge all partners to continue their support, both the public and the private sector, and also to all the young people to make this event history. Thank you, and may our collective effort to continue empower and uplift the youth of this country.
Thank you very much, Basiliji. Focal person Youth Connect Gambia. I now call on the Honorable Minister, Honorable Bakari Waibahi, to do the closing ceremony. Thank you very much.
Good evening. Hello, good evening. I know it's been a long day and some of you are tired, but don't make it boring. So good evening. Great. I'm definitely not going to keep you all long. I know it's been a long day already, and this ceremony alone is taking a lot of time. So let me start by extending our warm greetings to our friends here who are seated here, the Lord Mayor of Banjul, our dear sister, we have the Deputy Majority Leader, Honorable Cisse. Thank you for coming. The Deputy Youth Advisor, our President Representative of the UNDP, and the Deputy Representative of UNFPA, Chairperson of the National Youth Council, and the Deputy Executive Director of the Youth Council, as well as Mr. Basiru J, the Youth Connect focal person. And to all of you, the participants that are here, I say good evening. Assalamu alaikum to everyone. Well, I'm glad to be able to join all of you this evening once again, after the 3 days deliberation that we've all had in celebration of the 3rd edition of the Youth Connect. And like we mentioned during the opening, this is indeed one of the biggest youth platforms. I think it is only second to the NACON, that all of you know, but certainly beyond NACON, Youth Connect, it's a great platform where young people come and interact and have the opportunity to share ideas, to discuss issues that concerns them, but also to discuss issues that concerns all of us as a country and as a continent. And we are glad that in the journey we have had the support of the UN system, the UNDP, the UNFPA, and of course the private sector and government institutions that you might have heard through Mr. J in terms of those who supported. On our part, as a ministry, we want to assure all of you that we would continue to support the process of the Youth Connect, But beyond the summit, we would continue to support young people who are interested in furthering the issues that are discussed at the Youth Connect, be it the SDGs, or issues in general about climate change, or issues about economic empowerment, or skills building, or youth participation in politics. Anything that is discussed here, we as a ministry is ready to stand by you, to work with you in the coming months and coming years, so that we can continue to push for that agenda, the agenda of empowering young people to take a leadership role, not in the future, in this present time that we have. And I would want to, like I said, I want to keep you long, but I think in the last 3 days, there has been some great discussions. And we have had a lot of people come from other institutions, from the UN system, from the government institutions, including all the ministers that were seated here on the floor here. And all the things that were said are things that we are all committed to achieve. So I want to encourage and urge each one of you that let not the ideas we discuss here stop in this Caravan Hotel, but let it go out and resonate among many other young people in our communities, in our organizations, but also at our regional level. And to our participants from Liberia, Mr. Jesse and the colleague, we appreciate your time. This is the second time, I guess, you are coming to participate, and we hope that you'll be able to share the experience that you gained here. In conclusion, let me join Mr. Gale in thanking the entire UN system for supporting us. The ministry contributed, but yes, our contribution is a responsibility. And that is one thing that I have said as a minister, that I used to sit in this same place that you are sitting today, participating in sessions in both here and in the rural areas. And anytime we talk about youth issues, we talk about lack of funding. So we've made a commitment that as long as we're there, we would continue to support the youth activities that are going to take place. Because a failure to support would mean a failure on ourselves. And probably means that we did not need the things that we are talking about in the past. But for the UN system, they have the option to support or not to support. And nobody will say anything because it is not primarily a primary mandate. So to UNFPA, to UNDP, to RICA, and everyone else that has supported GCCI, thank you for supporting this youth initiative, and we hope to look for more support in the future. But the last part that last group I want to thank is the National Organizing Committee of Youth Connect 2023. You all did a great job in the last months and the last weeks and in the last 3 days to ensure Youth Connect is a success. And I know that yes, everyone else has been active, but this guy here, I will have to mention him personally. Mr. Basiru is an exceptional young man. And I believe that he can be an example to other people that are of the same age like he is. And I'm not saying this to flatter him, it's the real thing. He doesn't very persistent person. Even if he calls and you don't pick, he will keep on calling. And if he asks for something and it's not delivered, he will keep asking. Because that is what some of us need sometimes, because we do so many things and we tend to forget. But if not for him, there are things that happen today will not have happened. So I must single him out among everyone else and thank him for his leadership role. But I know on the other side of the organizing committee, or maybe the organizers, is Adama Jalo from the UNDP. So we're sitting here. Okay. All right. Adama has been very supportive, not just this year, but in the past. And so we want to thank you also for all the things you do to ensure that yourself and Basiru lead us to this level. So, ladies and gentlemen, on my behalf and on behalf of the ministry and everyone else that is sitting on this side, and on behalf of the government, I wish to declare the Youth Connect 3.0 officially closed. Okay, Lord Mayor wants me to talk about the applicants for next year. So hello, the selection committee. There is no qualification requirement for her. When she applies, and so you approve it so that she becomes a participant.
My name is Aram Madlo. I am 18 years old.
Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you very much, Honorable Minister and members of the High Table. Thank you, the young people. Thank you, our council members who are present here. I wish you a safe journey back home.